Well, I think we are live. I think. Good Tuesday evening. I have quite a mess here. All right, so I have a little business to get out of the way before we start creating. Okay, I just want to remind you of a few things. I never want somebody to find out a day after a sale or something like that. I would feel really, really badly if somebody missed out. So anyway, hello, I'm Leslie with LuvINK&Paper, and oh, I did put, hang on, let me bring that back. I did put a host code here, and so if anybody is ordering and you are not getting to $150 and getting your own host rewards, if you want to use this host code, who knows, maybe there'll be a thank you note, maybe there'll be a little goodie. You just never know. I could have my act together, or you might just get to know that I appreciate it. Okay. Anyway, there's that, and you can take a screenshot of that if you need to. All right, now moving on. Today is the second day, and so we still have tomorrow, Wednesday, December 11th, to take advantage of free shipping. Okay, it started yesterday on December the 9th, and it will go through tomorrow, December 11th. My plan tomorrow is to order my paper pumpkin for the year. Okay, so now is a good time because you save the shipping, or January is a great time as well, because even though you pay the shipping, you get celebration rewards. So this month or next month is a great time to catch up on ordering your paper pumpkin for the year, or even 6 months or 3 months. So I will outline probably during a paper pumpkin video in January those sweet spots, because there are some really good sweet spots ordering prepaid paper pumpkin subscriptions. So free shipping today, for the rest of today and tomorrow. And tomorrow I think it ends at 11:59 Mountain Time, which is like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning here. So you have a little extra time if you live on the East Coast. But anyway, all right, so we'll put that away. I neglected to let you guys know that a week or so ago, there was a special release of Designer Series paper. Now, these are patterns that we've had before, but they changed up the color. And so that's kind of fun. Okay. So one was this shades and hues, where it was an ombre kind of thing. And so that's really cool. So yeah, some different things. So this one is a 6x6. These two are 12x12s. And again, if the pattern looks familiar, you're right. They've just changed up the color, which is kind of cool. All right. All right. So those are available online. And today is it. Like, you got to do it before 11:59 tonight if you want December's Notes from the Heart. The card bases have these scalloped edges. We've got some gems coming, some vellum pieces. It looks like a really good kit. And the fern, if you got these Mary tags and more die add-on, the fern is what I think this is still available too. So if you haven't gotten it yet and you've not had it for October or November, you may want to get it and have that cute little fern for this coming kit in December, okay? They will start billing and shipping tomorrow. All right, so last week we played a little bit with some cards using the Iconic Imagery stamp set, okay? This is quickly becoming a favorite of mine, and one of the cards that I do tonight, I may have as a January or February card for Valentine's Day. So we'll see. All right. You know what? Let me just grab something, because I think this is like a whole suite or something. Let me just grab the mini catalog that is retiring and see if I can find, unless it was a, hang on. Well, I'm not seeing it in this. So I'm wondering if it was either an online exclusive or if it's in the annual catalog. So let me just grab that. I know, sorry, I didn't even leave you anything fun to look at. It must have been it must have been an online exclusive, because I'm not seeing it in either of the current catalogs. So it must have happened. Anyway, there's the stamp set, the dies, and the designer series paper. Okay. And there are some cute, I was looking to see, I thought I remembered some hearts. Maybe I did, maybe I'm imagining them. Oh, no, there they are. They're on the back of the champagne flutes. Okay, so this would be a cute Valentine paper. All right, so, and you'll see which one I mean, or I'll let you know when I'm doing it. All right, so the first one, I die cut some trees because the dies cut these little trees out. But if you don't have the dies and all you have is the designer series paper, I know I do that sometimes. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'm like, I just can't have all of this stuff, but I can have a pack of paper. And so I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is to cut these trees out. Okay, I fussy cut for you guys sometimes. And remember that your sort of the PE teacher that I used to work with used to call it your less favorite hand. Anyway, your non-dominant hand, okay, is going to do actually most of the work. The kids are always amazed when I teach them this at school. Like, look, if you, because they'll end up all curled around trying to cut. I'm like, make the paper move, not your hand. And so anyway, in fact, I was just teaching that yesterday. So you just kind of make the paper do the turning and the moving, and all the scissors do are pretty much open, possibly move forward a little bit so that you're using the inside of the blade, and then just turn the paper. Okay, so it doesn't take long to cut out a few trees. So if you don't have these particular dies, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. And because sometimes I'll buy just the stamp set and designer series paper, or sometimes I'll buy just the paper, sometimes I'll get just a stamp set. It just kind of depends. But I will always buy the embossing folders. I love embossing folders. Okay, so even if you had to fussy cut all your trees because you didn't have the dies, it wouldn't take that long, okay? But I die cut some. So we're gonna start with a Mossy Meadow base. Okay, that's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I know it, I think I've said this on other videos. If you're new, and welcome if you are, glad to have you. It feels counterintuitive, but you want to fold away from the indentation. So where the score actually pokes out, is raised, where you can feel it, that's where you want to actually fold, okay? Now, I like to, even though I've scored, I like to make sure that my corners align, okay? Then I take my bone folder and I push towards the middle and out to each end, okay? And then I still am gonna check and see, that looks pretty good both directions, but I think we'll go this way. Sometimes when you cut cardstock, you have a little bit, just a tiny bit of an edge sneaking out past the other side. So I usually just put that to the back because nobody's going to be looking for it. Okay, so then I took the perennial postage dies and I took another piece of that designer series paper and I die cut it this way. Okay, so we're going to just put that on the card front. Just gave the edge a little bit of fun. Okay, if it were and you'll see that I may do this with my other card. If it were cardstock, I might put it up on dimensionals, but because it's designer series paper and lighter weight, I would feel like I had to put a lot of dimensionals. So we're going to use just our seal, okay, and the edge, the postage stamp kind of edge, is going to give it enough texture to stand out from the background anyway. Okay, so we're going to put that there. All right, then I have this brushed metallic. You can't, I don't think this is the current brushed metallic, but it's an older one. And you can kind of see that there are lines in it. It just sort of, I don't want to say dulls, but it causes the finish to be a little less glary, okay? So when you have the regular foils, they are often so shiny that you're talking like almost a mirror. And this sort of mutes that a little bit. We'll use that word, mute. Okay, so that's gonna go. And then we're gonna have these are basic beige, and they're 1 1/8 by 1 1/8, and they're gonna fit on these smallest die, the small square postage stamp die. Okay, so let me just see here. All right, so we are going to put these beige squares. And if you don't happen to have the postage stamp dies, the perennial postage dies, no worries, because what you could do is just do everything square and just do it without the edge. And maybe you want to use an embossed cardstock and pop it up on dimensionals instead of a designer series paper layer. Okay, it's completely and totally up to you. All right, so let's just, you know what, I'll just do the seal. All right, so I'm gonna just put a little bit of this and just try and get that in the middle there. Okay. There we go. All right. So if you're out there, give me a little shout in the comments. I'd love to know who's here. And okay. And if you're watching on YouTube, once I put this there, I would love it if you haven't already, if you subscribe to my channel. I know that seems like not a big deal, but it really does help. And if you click the little bell icon, you will get notified when I do upload my videos. So that might be kind of a nice thing. All right, so then we're going to arrange these on here. Okay. So I'm going to just see where we're at here. I've got a little bit of a border, and this is going to sort of temper this as well a little bit. Okay. So just enough of that shiny peaks around the edges to show and be really great. I'll take them off one at a time and then put them back. Okay. There's that one. And we'll do this one. So also I put out an email just to the people that get Paper Pumpkin from me or are on my team and get Paper Pumpkin. The new dies, the new add-on dies for January, February, and March are going live tomorrow. And I will be placing my order for my Paper Pumpkin subscription, and I will get those dies as well. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you would like to get those dies, please let me know, and I'd be happy to add a set to my order for you. Okay. All right. Let me just see if I'm just going to check my notes over here and see if this I was looking to see if I thought I wanted okay, so the entire square, that's what I kind of thought I had figured out, is this entire thing I want to put up on dimensionals. So let's use some of, I've got some edge and I've got a couple of dimensionals left over here. So let's do that, and then we'll put a little bit like that. And I will just put a little bit in the middle like this. There. I think that'll work. All right, so I'll take these off. I'm anxious to see all my friends at class tomorrow. So I held a class local on the second Wednesday of every month. So if you are local to Keene, or local enough to Keene, I'd love to have you. All right, so there's that. And then we're going to put our little trees on. I'm going to put 2 mini dimensionals, I think, on these. I think one up near the tip, like this, and one, I don't think I need 3. I thought about it, but I don't think I need 3. All right, so let's take these off. And then we'll put our little trees right in the middle, like that. Now you could always add a star if you wanted to. I'm not sure we have a star tiny enough, but you might be able to figure something out. Okay. There's that. And there's that. Whoops. When I put this one down, I put it a little bit too low, which meant it was peeking out. We don't want that. There we go. And we're going to use a little Mossy Meadow ink. And we're going to do just a little bit of heat embossing, which I know on a video is a little bit loud, but it'll be okay. It doesn't take that long. All right. There we go. So now we have our little trees, okay? And going to take our Mossy Meadow ink and just ink up the big Celebrate. I really love this. I kind of wish there was a die for it, but it's so big that it's not really that hard to cut out if you really wanted to do that. Okay. There we go. So we'll put that here. That will probably get popped up here. Then I'm going to do a little bit of work for this one. Let me just move that out of the way. So I'm going to take my embossing buddy. You used to be able to get this separate, but now I think we just have the embossing tool package. So I'm going to just lightly go over the cardstock a little bit. And this is, it's just like talc, like gymnasts use and stuff. And it just takes away any static, because especially here in the Northeast, it is, oh darn, I just realized I forgot to grab the Versamark. Hang on, let me just let you look at our pretty card, and I'll be right back, because I just got to grab my Versamark. Forgot to bring it. Oh, there we go. Okay, now, oh, this is the nice looking one. Phew. For those of you that have stamped for a while, you know that Versamark pads don't stay looking like this for a while. This is what they come looking like. But for whatever reason, they start looking kind of dingy. So I'm going to just take the Season. Okay, and I'm going to just stamp it. Now you won't be able to see this yet. Okay, here's my cover. All right, and we're going to just set that on there. Now, once I get the powder on there, you will. So this is This is some pretty old gold powder that I had. You can still get Embossing Basics or something. And let's grab my tweezers, see if I can. Oh, there we go. If I just give it a little flick, then the powder only stays where I want it to. Okay. Hang on to that. I'm going to set the powder way away. Ask me why. Yeah, I've had it where I've forgotten to do that and blown the powder everywhere. All right, so what I usually do is just kind of warm up the heat tool just for a second. And then, I'm not sure, let me see if I can move my hands around here a little bit and see if I can, you can see, okay, as it warms up, and some people heat from the bottom as well. Okay, there it goes. See it? See it go shiny? Isn't that beautiful? There it goes. Oh, so pretty. Okay. There. See? Told you it wouldn't take long. Okay. So now we've got that The Season in gold. So we'll put this on with my seal. Okay. Kind of tuck a little bit of it under there, I think. Yeah, I like that. And then we're going to pop this part up. So we'll put a couple of dimensionals. Here, we'll just grab a couple of these long skinny pieces. Put one sort of at that end and one sort of at this end, like that. And put this over here, but we want to make sure that it's not outside our card. Okay, so Celebrate the Season. There we go. Isn't that pretty? All right, so there's that one, okay, for tonight. The other one was one I did during a class, except we did this as a fall card, and I didn't want to do a fall card, obviously, so I changed it up a bit. So I decided we would do it as a Christmas card. So this base is still a regular half sheet. It's just cut the opposite direction. So it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And we're gonna just give that a good crease. And this is a good one to show you that even though I did this pretty evenly, there's just a tiny, like I can feel it, I can hardly see it, but I'm gonna just use this as my front so that that little place that where it's uneven is at the back and nobody will ever know. So I have another, so this is Old Olive. I have another piece of Old Olive that's 4 by 5 1/4. And this is what we're going to work on. Okay. So I also did that same paper. I used that die that I cut the Celebrate, the label out. And I'm going to use that here. Okay. And I'm okay if it's not perfectly centered. If you like things centered, do it centered. I have some things that I'm going to do that I want to do it differently. Okay, so we're going to grab our Mossy Meadow pad again. And I'm going to take, so in the stamp set is a, let me grab the box here. So there's a background tree and there's a detailed tree. So for these, I did the background tree, I stamped it off on some scrap paper and then did the detailed tree in full strength Mossy Meadow. We're going to use those in a minute. But for this, I just wanted the detail tree, and I'm going to do them full strength. So what I'm going to do is do a couple up here. Okay. Kind of like that. Maybe one more up here. Okay, so I've got some little trees up in this corner. Now I'm going to anchor this in this lower corner as well. Okay. Like that. So now I have this here, and I have my little trees to kind of help anchor this. I didn't need to do the whole background. Okay, a really long time ago when I first started stamping, we did think we had to do that. And so I got tendinitis in my elbow, stamping all the trees all over the place. Yeah, I'm not, this is not a exaggeration. About a month and a half after I signed up to be a demonstrator, I had the worst pain in my right elbow. And I went to the doctor and I said, I don't know what's going on, but this elbow is killing me and blah, blah. And so she did a little feeling around and she goes, well, that tendon is pretty inflamed. She said, so have you been doing a lot of repetitive motion? And I said, oh, like rubber stamping? And she said, yeah. I said, yeah, I just signed up to be a demonstrator. And she said, oh, so not doing the repetitive motion is going to be hard. And I said, yes. So anyway, long story short, I got myself a band. It helped, and then we got the big shot, and I could emboss the backgrounds, and I didn't have to do quite so much repetitive stamping. Anyway, that's that. All right, so there's that. Now, this is from the Something Fancy dies, and then this is from the Iconic Imagery dies. So we're going to do a little bit of, let's see, what colors do I want? How do I want to do this? Oh, I want also the word for. I'm going to have to take one of those trees off. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Hang on. I wasn't going to use grateful, but I think I am. I was going to use all these little words. Peace, love, and joy. And then I could do for the season, but I think what I'm going to do is do grateful for the season. All right. So let's put all my little words back in here. I had them all nicely on one block too. I set them all up on my grid paper, but now I'm thinking that's not what I really want to do. All right. So let's get, and this is how you do this, okay? When you want to do two stamps on the same thing. Now this might not fit in there quite right, so we're going to take here. Okay. There's that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pick up grateful. And, oh, you know what? Since I've got the embossing stuff out, let's do that. Let's make it really pretty. And do grateful in gold. All right. Now I'm going to go up a little high because I still need to fit the 4 in there. Okay. Now I should have enough here. Oh, I didn't, did anybody catch my, oops. I did not, see? I did not use my embossing buddy. All right. Well, I can get most of it off. Okay, I think it's okay. And if there are some little stray bits, you know what? It's just pretty. It's just extra sparkle. We're not going to worry about that too much. We are going to use my tweezers though, so I don't burn my hand. All right. Okay. Here, let's do it this way so you guys can see when it goes. Okay. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. So pretty. You see it? There we go. All right. So there's that. Then I think what we'll do is do 4 in the mossy meadow. And stick that right there. Grateful for. Okay. And then I've got cherry cobbler right over here. So we will grab the season. Like that. Go here. And do that. Okay. All right, so let's figure out here a little bit. Where I want these little trees. Oh, I'm shedding. Okay. Go put one there. That one is not cut quite the way I would love it to be. So, oh, I know. What if I go the other way? Up here and here. And I kind of tuck that tree there. And then we put one here. And one maybe down here. I guess we don't really want our trees tipping too much. Actually, this is the best tree. So the white edge won't show quite so much there. All right, so there's that. Okay. All right, so let's get some of this on. Okay, so we're gonna put this on flat. And I'm gonna just put the adhesive in the middle so that for any of these things that I want sort of peeking out, I can do that. Okay, so this tree will go flat and just tuck under just a little bit like that. Then we'll add grateful, and that will be popped up on dimensionals like that. think I'll go this way. There. Okay. And then this one, I think what I'm going to do is just put, well, that's being a little stinky. So we're going to just do a little bit of liquid glue on this side and any dimensional on this side so that when I stick it on here, this part is supported and this part is glued to the label. Okay, and then we'll put a couple of mini dimensionals on this tree right here. Okay, probably could almost do one big dimensional. That's all right. There's that. So now we've got our little trees, and now we just need this, and that's going to get a couple of dimensionals as well, because you really just can't have too much texture and lift on your card. So then we'll go this way. There we go. Grateful for the season. Okay. And then we'll put this up. We'll just glue this whole layer. And it's just a little easier tonight since my seal is acting up. We're just going to use a little liquid glue and put that here. Okay. So there we go. All right. This card and this card. So a couple of more really cute Christmas cards using that iconic imagery. And again, I think that must be an online exclusive. So that's where you'll find it. If you go to the online store and you click online exclusives, this should pop up in there. Okay. All right. So thanks so much for being here. Oh, it's so nice. Hey, hi, Mel. I'm glad you like these, and it was great to have everybody here. I will be live next Tuesday, the 17th, and then I'm taking a little hiatus to spend time with my family on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So I will not be live on the 24th or the 31st, and we will be back again on January 7th. Okay, so next week, the 17th, I'll see you right here, and then we will ring in the new year on the 7th together at that time. Okay, all right, thanks so much. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.